Welcome to the Dialogues of Belief and Reason, Level 200. My name is Tom Firstel. I've recently joined the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences here at Lynn University as an assistant professor of writing. I have a PhD in the humanities from the University of Texas at Dallas, a Master's of Humanities from the University of Dallas in 1998, and a Bachelor of Science in Economics and Finance from the University of Texas at Dallas in 1993. Prior to my academic career, which I began in 2002, I worked in the electronics industry, beginning at Texas Instruments, where I was employed as an environmental engineering technician, testing radar guidance systems for cruise missile systems. I left TI for Western Geophysical to join a seismic exploration company in Libya, and then I spent almost 20 years in international sales for a number of large multinational companies manufacturing uninterruptible power supply systems for sale in critical process controls markets and telecommunications and data processing systems marketplaces worldwide. Frankly, it was those long international flights that convinced me that I wanted to return to my first love of learning, literature and philosophy. I'm teaching two courses in the Dialogues this semester, the Happily Ever After course and the Quest for the Holy Grail course. This introductory video is intended to address both courses, which have the same design and goals, just different popular readings. The Dialogues textbook readings are the same for both courses. Whichever course you are about to embark on combines the seminal texts of the dialogue readings with various popular and cultural forms of representations, such as fairy tales or Grail quest stories. The purpose of such a context is to examine our current beliefs and values as expressed in stories that still have currency in our culture, and try to understand them using the different perspectives of the philosophers, scientists, and theologians of the dialogues. As I describe the overarching goal of the course, it seems like a pretty tall hill. In more practical terms, we will spend the rest of the semester reading, writing, and discussing with each other. The structure of the course, as described by the syllabus and the discussion questions, will make our path pretty straightforward. Each week you'll be assigned a set of readings from the Dialogues textbook and a set of accompanying readings from one of the popular cultural genres, like the fairy tales or the Grail quest stories. Then you'll meet me in class with your classmates, and we'll discuss what we think. Each week I'll appoint 3 classroom experts for the set of assigned readings from the Dialogues texts. By experts, I mean you'll be the first that I call upon to respond to some of the discussion questions posted with each reading. In addition, I'll appoint another 3 students to do short 1 to 3 minute presentations on some aspect of the popular cultural stories, be it the readings from the fairy tale course or the Grail course. Usually what I'm looking for in the short presentations is some simple literary type of analysis. What's the theme or moral of the story? Who is the main character? What is the style or voice of the narrator? And how does that affect the way the story is told? Who's the intended audience, and so forth. Each week, in addition to our discussions and classroom exercises, you'll be expected to contribute your written responses to one of the discussion questions posted for each of the Dialogues readings. There are usually 3 or 4 questions for you to choose from. You will be expected to respond to one of the questions and to respond to at least 2 of your classmates' posts. This discussion board writing will supply you with practically all the written material you'll need to address the 4 major writing samples for the semester. Because much of our writing will be done on the discussion board, the major writing assignments will be shorter essay assignments, usually not more than 2,500 words or about 4 to 6 pages. We will be using a variety of electronic platforms like Blackboard and LiveText to host our work. I will be working throughout the semester to upload most, if not all, the same materials to iTunes U, so that the material will be easily available to an iPad. The use of such technology is built into the design of the course, which is intended to allow a sort of hybrid online face-to-face curriculum, or flipped classroom, as the popular slogan has it. Each week, in addition to your reading work, I'll post a short 10-minute video lecture on each of the dialogue readings. Some of them are more difficult to understand than others, due to either the technical nature of the subject, like Kuhn's excerpts on the historical nature of scientific understanding and revolutions, or due to the antique language, like the language of Aristotle or Thomas Wilson from the Renaissance period. So I'll try to unpack the historical place of the reading within the field of study, whether it's about history or rhetoric or science, and some of the key points of the essay itself. My lecture, of course, shouldn't be the only place that you encounter the reading. There's something really important about reading the original works themselves. To read these original thinkers in their own language, their own voice, to make your own decisions about what they mean. By doing so, you'll join a long tradition of other scholars throughout the ages who have continued to discuss the ideas that are contained in these readings. This meeting place of the minds from long ago in our discussions in class form the traditional discourse of the humanities since the beginnings of the modern university in Paris, Oxford, and Bologna in the late Middle Ages. Many of you will be majoring in professional studies of one sort or another, and not a typical or traditional student of the humanities. But you have chosen Lynn because this university has made a choice to continue in a tradition that has such a long pedigree. The reasons to study the liberal arts are many, but most recently in America it has been acknowledged that the specialization and professionalization of so many of our college degrees has caused many college graduates to suffer from the inability to think critically in the broadest of terms, to communicate the underlying warrants and assumptions of any field. That is one of the reasons I've chosen Thomas Kuhn's essay to start off our semester. He addresses this exact problem. And consequently, students sometimes will not have had the practice in communicating across a broad range of rhetorical goals. That is, to explain clearly and succinctly some process or procedure, to make a case or an argument for some position over another, to clearly and coherently evaluate and analyze some argument or situation from a variety of perspectives. These are the skills that every student of the liberal arts achieves over their college career. These reading, writing, and thinking skills have the power to transform one's life and career choices. But the opportunity of transformative education is a two-edged sword. It's a bit like the old joke, everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. That is, everyone wants the opportunity for an educational opportunity that will transform their lives, but only those who are willing to do the work and allow themselves to be changed will be transformed. I'm really looking forward to meeting each and every one of you and to get to know you over the semester. Please don't hesitate to contact me throughout the semester with your questions and comments. You can also let me know when I'm doing a good job, and I'll try to do the same. Thanks.